In a heartfelt departure from tradition, King Charles has chosen to forego a visit to Balmoral Castle this summer, a place that held special significance for his late mother, Queen Elizabeth II. Instead, the emotional king and his wife, Queen Camilla, will be staying at Burke Hall until autumn, a smaller private residence on the Balmoral estate that has become a cherished haven for the couple. Balmoral Castle, a prestigious and beloved royal residence, will experience an unprecedented void this summer, with no monarch in physical residence for the first time in centuries. The late Queen Elizabeth II had a deep affection for Balmoral and made it a point to pilgrimage to Scotland and stay in the castle at the end of each summer. Sadly, it was at Balmoral where she passed away in September 2022 at the age of 96, making the decision to break tradition all the more poignant. While the reason behind this emotional choice is not entirely clear, the memories attached to Burke Hall seem to be the driving force behind the King's decision. The couple had spent a significant portion of the coronavirus lockdown at Burke Hall, a place they now consider very special. King Charles inherited this property following the death of the Queen Mother in 2002, and it has since become a place of solace and respite for him and Queen Camilla. Though Burke Hall will serve as their primary residence during this period, the King and Queen will still use Balmoral Castle for official engagements, welcoming esteemed guests like Scottish First Prime Minister Humza Yousaf and Prime Minister Rishi Sunak. Additionally, other members of the royal family will also make their way to Balmoral for their own visits in August, preserving a cherished tradition in the midst of personal reflection. The decision to skip the annual trip to the Castle of May, another beloved royal residence that once belonged to his late mother, reflects the emotional toll that this summer holds for King Charles. Instead, he plans to spend his time between Balmoral and Burke Hall, balancing official duties with personal reflection. Grant Harold, a former royal butler, shared insights into the emotional significance of Balmoral for King Charles. The castle was not only the place where the late Queen bid her final farewell, but also where she spent her last moments and cherished memories. The King is keenly aware of the deep emotional connection his mother had with Balmoral, making this summer an especially poignant time for him. As with anyone who has experienced loss, King Charles will likely put on a brave face and carry on, concealing the emotions that surely swirl around within him. The castle is not just a symbol of royalty, but also a sanctuary where the royal family can come together, seeking comfort and support for one another. The staff at Balmoral, who have shared a close bond with the family, will undoubtedly be deeply affected by the Queen's absence as well. In the end, King Charles's decision to break tradition and spend this summer at Burke Hall speaks to the deeply personal and emotional connection he shares with the estate. As the late Queen's favourite place to be, Balmoral holds bittersweet memories that will undoubtedly tug at the King's heartstrings. Yet, amid the memories and emotions, he will carry on, ensuring that the spirit of the royal family remains strong and united during this poignant time.